What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy, and you're watching Morphles Morphs. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. I got it all screwed up. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I'm excited to have our guest on. If anybody couldn't tell, it's Catherine from Stellar Serpens, and she's somebody that's working with a lot of awesome stuff, but she's on the quiet end. And she's got some killer stuff. So I think we got to give her some recognition. And that's why I'm excited to have her on. So let's welcome her to the channel. Catherine, what's going on?
Hey.
All right. We'll go through here. We'll say hi to some people. For Pete's Snakes, as I said that they can't stick around for the live, but they say go cat.
A fellow Canadian.
Zach, what's up? Here's a familiar face for you, probably. Jeremy and Holly from Snakes for the Memories. What's up, guys? Good to see you. PCF Funny Royals, what's going on? Kike, what's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in tonight. All right, well, chat's a little slow tonight, but hold on. There we got my brother Chris from BNS Reptilia. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, bro. Oh, wow. All right, now we're starting to pour in here. Mint Bows, what's going on? Kenneth, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, well, let's get into the show, Kat. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know where to start. I'm Kat. Most of everyone knows me from working with Billy. I breed ball pythons. I have a couple of other species of reptiles, but I don't breed them. And yeah.
Sorry. What got you into breeding snakes and just into the reptile hobby as it is?
I wasn't allowed to keep anything with fur, so no cats, no dogs. So I replaced the void with reptiles.
See, now that's a different one. I have not heard that not allowed to keep furry pets. Normally, it's the other way around. Normally, you're not allowed to keep the scaly pets, and you only are allowed to have the furry ones.
I was allowed to have lizards, and then I kind of snuck the snakes in slowly.
Now, when the snakes got discovered, how did that go?
Not well.
Did they like? How do I want to put it? Did they make you get rid of the snakes, or did they just kind of like, okay, this one's okay, just try not to bring any more in?
I kept telling them I was going to sell everything and then never did.
Oh, shoot. That's great. That's great. Hirsch Captive Bred Balls. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Joe, you're a new face. So everybody, all right, before we go on any farther in with the hellos and all that good stuff, if you're not a member or if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, please. And also, while you're at it, go check out Kat's Instagram. All of her social media stuff is in the description down below. Make sure you guys check out her morph market as well.
I need to update that, but yes.
And then I also have, hold on, because I'm not always with it. Everybody knows that. Let's see here. I need to find a link to... Hold on here. There we go. All right. Here is a link, everybody. If anybody would like to go and join our YouTube, become a member to the channel through the YouTube. It's kind of like YouTube Patreon type of deal. There is the link. Check it out. There's like 3 different tiers. Check it out. See if any of them float your boat. And it's a cool way to not only support the channel, but you also get some neat perks along with it. So check it out. All the support is greatly appreciated. I'll probably drop that link a couple more times during the live, but check it out. I appreciate any and all support. And also, while we're at it, any super chats, anything like that goes directly to my ultrasound fund, because I'm sure Kat will agree. Ultrasounds are, that's where it's at. You got to have an ultrasound.
Life a lot easier, that's for sure.
Yes. It makes you have to stop palpating and wondering, okay, am I feeling what I think I'm feeling or not? Let's see.
I could never palpate.
See, I can palpate after a certain size. Like once they start getting about that dime to nickel, then I can start feeling them. It's like, okay, those are follicles. But anything before that, no, I can't tell you what it is from anything else that's inside of them. Reptile Lifeline, what's going on? Low Life Thomas, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Macomorph, thanks for tuning in. Kent, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Great live there with Ray. Sorry I couldn't stay there for all of it. What up, brother Danny? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We got to get you a different logo, though. We got to make that into geckos there, buddy. You gotta start DTMG geckos. Let's see. Rob, what's going on? Melinda, what's going on? Or not Melinda, sorry. Angel. Sorry, Angel. I'm already losing it. Angel, what's going on? Joe, what's going on? Let's see here. Nathan, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I think I said hi to Straight Blast, but Straight Blast, what's up? Good to see you. And that catches us all up. If anybody, I just saw, dude, there's an ultrasound in Florida for sale. The same one I have, like $1,500. That's more expensive, I think, than the one I was looking at, Jeremy. I think the one I was looking at is like $1,100 or $1,200. But then maybe you've got it, the more fancy version, though, too. I don't know. I just want. Well, what do you have one, Cat, or you just go over and use Billy's?
No, I have my own.
Which one do you
have? The one that starts the K.
The Contact, or
yeah.
Okay. So that seems to be like the go-to for everybody is the Contact. God, I can't speak.
I got it from High Desert Pythons. He did a raffle.
Oh, okay.
Snatched it.
Dang, I wish I could win a freaking ultrasound. That would be awesome. Because
it was really good.
Oh, I bet. Because he does like snake giveaways too as well for his Patreon, doesn't he? Because I think my buddy Ket here won a snake as well from him. Let's see here. Paul, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Stephen Courtney, what's up? Phil, what's up, brother? I will see you this weekend. Yeah, this weekend. Going to name the new company Crested Balls. I like it, Danny. I like it. Catherine, just so you know, DTMG is our friend Danny, and we give him so much crap, like just so much, and he takes it so well, but then he dishes it out all too well back to us in our own little personal chat.
As long as you can dish it and take it, that's all that matters.
Danny is good at dishing and taking. Sometimes he gets a little harsh with the dishing, but that's why everybody gives it back to him. What's up, Nicole? Good to see you, sis. Thanks for tuning in. Nicole, I totally get that. I've been that stinking busy. I missed Angie's live yesterday. I've missed Adam's live this week. I've been absent from so many lives, and I do apologize to anybody that, like Gershon, all you guys that I normally watch your lives. I apologize for not being there like I normally am. Things are just crazy here, and yeah, that's all there is to it. It's just been crazy. Friday, Kara went to the hospital, so I was here. Her sister took her. I stayed home with Hadley, and it was just, it's just been hectic and crazy. Everything's good, so no worries on that end. Baby's all good and all that stuff. It's just been crazy, to say the least. Nicole says, "Hey, beautiful Kayla and cool Jeremy." Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to you, Kat. Let's see here. How big's your collection? Like, what size is your collection that you're working with?
About 40 to 50.
Okay.
Give or take. Yeah.
Now, is that including hatchlings, or is that all breeder size?
No, that's with hatchlings. I have about 20 breeder females.
Okay. Nice. Now, what are some, like, what are some of your anticipated pairings, clutches that you're looking for, forward to this season?
I'm really trying to get double het Ultramel clown stuff, and then double het enhancer clown stuff.
Ooh.
Hopefully some visual Ultramels and some visual clowns as well, but a little bit of everything.
See that? All right. I know Austin is Ultramel everything now. I just can't get it. It's pretty, but I think I'm partially colorblind, so I think I don't see what everybody else is seeing with it. I see some of it, but I don't see it all. I don't understand. I guess I just don't get the huge hype behind the Ultramel stuff, and it makes me sad.
I don't know. The purples are really nice, and the yellows, and it just does something for me. It doesn't do it for everybody, but that's okay.
But that's the thing, that you've got to work with what you like. That's the big thing. Work with what you like. It's why I don't have any Ultramel stuff at all. I just don't see it. I'm an Exanthic person. I want to take the color away from everything.
Yeah, I'm not big on Exanthic. I want to see more of it from other people, but I have no desire to work with it right now.
See, that's more a lot. I don't know. I think that's a lot of, from what I've been told, a lot of colorblind breeders love the Exanthic stuff because we see the contrast so much easier than anything else out there.
That makes sense.
Mitzi, what's going on, girl? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in tonight. All right, let's take a minute to thank the sponsor of this week's episode.
Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC is located at the All-Star Event Complex in Gettysburg. 45,000 square feet, 125 plus vendors, and top quality breeders, folks. 270 plus tables. They've got pythons, boas, colubrids, lizards, turtles, and more. If you're looking for a snake rack or an incubator, they've got sea serpents set up there, so they've got you covered. If you're a breeder looking for that missing piece for your project, or a pet owner looking for your next scaly friend, or if you need feeders for your snakes or your lizards, Gettysburg has you covered, folks. This is one show you don't want to miss. The next show dates are November 12th, 2022, March 18th of 2023, and July 15th of 2023 as well. Showtimes are from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure you're there, folks. Also check them out on their Facebook, their Instagram, and their website. This is one show, folks, you don't want to miss. Gettysburg Reptile Expo, LLC.
All right. Thank you, Joe, and the Gettysburg Reptile Expo for sponsoring this week's episode again. All the support. I just appreciate the support. I appreciate being able to be a part of even getting the word out about the show. It is by far probably one of the nicest shows I've been to. So if you're anywhere near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, everybody, it's an hour, 2 hours, even 3 hours, 4 hours even. Go check it out. It's this Saturday. There's going to be a lot of faces that are in the chat here that are vending there as well. You got Chris from B&S that's going to be there, Danny from DTMG, which is who I'm going to be trying to keep under control. And then we've got Nathan from Infant Possible Pythons there as well. A whole bunch of other people. A lot of the people have actually been guests on the show as well that's going to be there. So come out, check it out. I guarantee you won't regret it. And I'm actually putting out a video this week, everybody. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. That goes to the Ultrasound Fund. I can't wait to catch up with all you guys. Phil's going to be there. Got Matt from the Ball Python Project as well that's going to be there. Whole bunch of us. Come out, hang out with all of us, meet us, and it's going to be a great time. This week's video is actually going to be about the snakes that I'm going to have up for sale at the show. So make sure you check that out because not everything is hatchlings that I'm going to have at the show, folks. There's some really nice stuff. Even some of the stuff I was going to hold back, I'm sending to the show as well. So come check it out. And also I'm going to have shirts, sweatshirts, all that good stuff for sale as well. So come out, check it out, and just come say hi. Keep getting this thing where it's saying that let me turn off my Wi-Fi to my phone here once. Wi-Fi in the basement does not always work as nice as you want it to.
I'm in my bedroom. It's the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. What are some of your favorite jeans that you're working with?
Ooh. Clown number one. It was one of those jeans where when I first got into the hobby, I didn't like clown. And then everybody started blowing my mind with it. And now it's my number one jean. What else? Blackhead. I think that's a big one.
Kingdom, Joe, thank you so much, dude, for the support. I greatly appreciate that. I really wish I would have been able to do that live stream with you in your class as well. That stinks that we couldn't make it work. But like I told you, if we can make it, if you want to do something random, the last week of November into the beginning of December, hit me up and let me know. I'd love to do something. I really would. So thank you, and definitely hit me up on that if you want to do something. Now, what combos are you really loving with the blackhead stuff? Because not a lot of people say blackhead.
Really? I feel like that's a big one.
Now, you're honestly the first person to actually say that blackhead was one of their favorites, Catherine. So enlighten me. Come on, enlighten me here. I love hearing new things come out.
It's one of the only darker jeans I'm working with. So I think seeing it in GHI, seeing it in Clown, seeing it even in Ultramel, it's something I'm excited to put to a lot of things and see how it comes out. It makes everything dark, and then you either get pattern or you don't.
So it can take away pattern as well.
In Clown, it's the head's black.
Oh, okay. See, in all honesty, I haven't really looked at a whole lot of blackhead stuff. So that's why it's, I really don't know what it does in combos.
I mean, number one is always changing, so.
Chris here says he was the same way, Kat, although still not my number one. But hey, I'm going to look it up. Now, I'm assuming with Ultramel, it probably brings in a whole lot more purple, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are some of your other favorites?
Okay, banana's a big one. I know it's overdone, and everyone has banana, but it's definitely up there.
What's your favorite banana combo?
There's too many.
Come on, Catherine. Come on. Favorite banana combo.
I'm sweating. You can't put me on the spot. I've seen so many. Most of them are in Clown, so I don't know. Somebody's gonna come out with one tomorrow, and that'll be my favorite for this day.
Let me show you. So let me show you my favorite banana combo here, real quick. All right, give me 1 second to pull her out. I'll probably get bit doing it. Maybe not. Now take a guess of what this girl is.
Banana Mojave. What else is in there?
You've got two of them.
GHI?
Yep.
There's more?
Yeah, Banana Mojave GHI. That's it.
It's really pretty.
Like on camera, she's not really showing up the greatest, but she is like lavender. That's the only way to describe her. She is just lavender with like very, very super light tan and a little bit of orange at the alien heads.
And I imagine as a baby, she was brighter and more purple.
She actually was more like a very hot pink as a baby. Like I thought she was pastel at first. She was very, very bright. But as she's gotten older, she just kind of, the lavenders just keep getting a little bit darker and darker. She's got a couple of scales that have a couple black spots on them, but not a full black scale yet to this date.
I do like when bananas speckle. A lot of people don't like that, but I
like it too. I like it too. I was really hoping that she would have speckled up some, but she hasn't. And then I learned that Mojave helps suppresses the speckling. But hey,
Yeah.
she's still beautiful. I everybody's always what's that? Lavender albino. I think she's more lavender looking than a lav albino. In all honesty. Let's see here. Phil says blackhead GHI. It's so dark. Let's see. Jeremy and Holly say, I'm loving Blackhead. Just got a Blackhead, Coral Globe, Pinstripe, Yellow Belly. Oh, holy crap, dude. That was a mouthful. Awesome. All right. So, all right, with Clown being your number one, where do you want to see the Clown project go? And on top of that, what do you think are some of the best clowns that you have seen so far?
Oh, these are big questions. I think the thing I like about this hobby is that people take things in so many different directions. So I never focus on one path because at any point it can change. So I just enjoy seeing everybody put it to what they want and seeing where that goes.
I like that.
For myself, I'll put it into Ultramel and see how that goes, and Enhancer too. But seeing what everybody else does is what keeps you motivated to keep trying to see more and more.
It gives you ideas. Like I always look at things and say, okay, that's really neat to see. All right, I could make that, but how can I tweak it and make it my own?
And what would make it better? Like, what do you think adding to it would, or taking away in some cases?
Exactly. Like for me, like my best clown combo I want to make is an Exantic Batman. Ooh. With DG thrown into it, because let's face it, you have to have DG or Enhancer into everything.
It's hot. It's a hot topic.
It is. But I mean, I've never seen an Enhancer in person. You've gotten to see both in person. Which do you like? Some people say the DG holds the blacks better, but the Enhancers brighten things a little bit more. So
yes,
is that how it really is, or is that just?
So if you put a DG and Enhancer beside each other, you'll see the DG, the blacks are super black, and the Enhancer, the yellows are more yellow, and it's a creamier snake. So it just depends if you like that contrast. So somebody who's colorblind would prefer the contrast rather than the color.
So DG is better with Exantic, then, is what I'm getting at, or what I'm getting out of that.
Yeah.
Awesome. What are some genes you would like to add to your collection?
I really want lace. It's been on my list for a while, so I'll get it eventually. Need to add that. I've been looking at Stranger a bit, so I have some friends who are breeding Stranger. My friends at the Reptile Ward. We have a split pairing, so hopefully that'll get me some Strangers in my collection. I do eventually want to put Pied in my collection, but I don't have it right now.
See, I was right there with you on the Pied thing. I didn't have any Pieds. I actually no plan on adding Pied. And then I got an offer on a pair of Pieds I couldn't refuse. I would have been an idiot for refusing it. So I went and jumped on the bandwagon with that one. So I have one Pied pair, but actually the male I'm throwing up for sale.
Yeah. Because I have such a small collection, I want to focus on the recessives I have. And then if I decide to grow or I'm ready to introduce a new recessive, I will.
Okay. Now, what ratio, male to female ratio, are you working in your collection per your recessives?
I have 4 males for my whole collection.
Okay.
I need more males. I need backup males. I need a lot more males, but yeah, I don't have a lot at all.
Normally it's the other way around. Normally everybody's too male heavy and they're trying to play catch up with the female game. I'm there on that boat.
I'm really picky with my males. So if I'm going to buy a male, it's going to be one with a big price tag that has all the genes I really want. So
That's smart though. That's smart. That's some of the things where I've screwed up on in the past and trying to fix that in the future.
yeah, but I have problems too where my males won't go or they'll stop eating and I need backups and I don't have them. So you need to fall somewhere in that middle ground.
That's true. Now, I know like for me, I have almost every male at some point they just decide to go off food here. For whatever reason, they all do it. And then I just watch them like a hawk weight wise and see, just I don't want to make sure I want to make sure that they're not losing too much weight. As long as they're staying a steady weight, hey, we're good. But it's once they go and start dropping weight, it's like, all right, nope, you're done.
Yeah. I have one male that will eat throughout the whole breeding season and keep going.
Oh.
So it's just a NG pastel clown. So he's a backup male and I don't need him anymore. But because he's such a great breeder, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
You can send him down here, Kat. You can send him here. Yeah, I have a female he would go perfect with. Actually, she's got to grow up, but he would go perfect with her, though. What is there any other genes you would like to add, though? Like, even like codoms?
Well, Lace is a codom, so is Stranger, so.
Oh yeah, all right. Any others?
I'm trying to think what I have and what I need.
Acid. Everybody's got to have some acid or confusion.
I'm not ready for it yet.
Oh, okay. So that's what I want to add really bad is acid, and I'm waiting for my friends Jeff and Angie from Celtic Balls to produce my acid male for me. Because I've told them there's no way I'm getting anything other than my acid from anybody else but them. Actually, we're doing a trade. We're gonna swap. They're gonna take a carpet python baby once. If hopefully Xena here it goes, and they want to. Angie wants a carpet python, so we're gonna flip flop a carpet python for an acid.
Okay, that's not a bad trade.
Well, no, it wasn't. I felt really bad because the acid's worth more than the carpet, but they're like, no, that it's just snake for snake. That's all we're doing. It's like, okay. It's like if you want more on top of that, you just let me know because yeah. But I love Jeff and Angie. They're like a brother and sister to me.
That's awesome.
PCF says, just want to say thank you to Kat for my female pastel Enchi gravel yellow belly hat clown. Nice.
You're welcome. I'm glad she's doing great.
Now, how many clutches did you have this year, Kat?
Oof, it's been not a great year. My last 2 years have been not so great. So I think going into the new breeding season, I'm going to change some things up and try and start fresh. I only had 4 clutches and 2 of them were split.
Oh, okay.
So
see, I've only had last year I had 4. This year I had 3. Kind of went the wrong direction. 2 females just reabsorbed partway through. It really hurt.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting to.
Now, was there anything that you think caused your girls to reabsorb, or was it just bad luck? Because I've been trying. That's one thing that's been plaguing me, trying to figure out: did I do something? Did I not do something? Or was it? I've come to the conclusion. I think it was just for whatever reason they got to a certain size. I'm going to say nickel size, roughly, because I could feel the follicles. They were like somewhere between a nickel and a quarter, and then just poof, they started going the wrong way and then gone.
One possibility I'm looking at is my temps being off. I don't have my snakes in a closed room, so I can't control ambient temperature. Living in Canada, where it's cold in the winter and hot in the summer, in my house, it's not necessarily the same. so the
Okay.
temperatures are switched. So I'm going to try and switch my breeding season a little bit and actually fluctuate my temps and see if that helps.
Oh, okay. So you're going to try to breed, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to try to breed more in during the summertime.
Yeah, spring to
Just so
summer. And
that'll be, I'm curious to see how that works for you. That's an interesting approach.
I do have an ultrasound, so when the girls go, they go. But I think also changing my temps on my racks will help too.
Yeah.
I usually keep them the same all year round, but maybe going back to the old style where they used to drop them during breeding season will help.
Now, how often do you ultrasound?
If I know they've reabsorbed, I'll wait, but I'm ultrasounding about once a month, once every other month.
Okay.
To keep track of the follicles.
So essentially, in theory, nothing should get past you doing it in that interval. That's nice.
Yeah, if they reabsorb, I want to give them their space time. You do your thing. Once they're over 35, 40, I leave them alone as well. So a lot of my girls got up to 20, 25, stopped eating, started ultrasounding them, and their follicles started dropping.
Oh.
So
See, my girls, once they start developing, I'm going to say about that dime to a nickel size. Like I said, I don't have an ultrasound. So,
I don't know what it
millimeter.
equals up to.
Okay. As long as you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure everybody else that has an ultrasound, you guys know what I'm talking about too. But once they hit that size, it's like all my girls go off food. Like every single one of them, none of them will eat anything past that point. And then it's like, okay, we're good. And then if they do take a rat a little bit later, because I always offer every 2 weeks, whenever it's feeding time for everybody else, I offer food. And if they take it, then I know something went the wrong way. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, usually, at least with mine, I've noticed that if they hit 20 to 25 and stop eating, they're reabsorbing. Sometimes they'll just sit on that for a bit and then reabsorb, but they'll start eating once they've fully reabsorbed.
Okay. See, that's one thing. Like right now I have, sorry, buddy. I need to get a better table. My pastel Exantic girl, I paired her to my Desert Ghost male. They locked one time a couple months ago. Actually, it would have been, God, when was the last? Everybody, Nathan, Danny, what was the last Gettysburg show? That would have been July. I want to say July-ish. July, August, September, October. It would have been like July-ish. I had her for a couple of weeks, got her for my buddy Nathan, had her for a couple of weeks, and threw the DG mail in with her because Nathan had told me, I had him ultrasound her for me before he sent her to me. And he had said, all right, July. Thanks, Nathan. I asked him, I was like, dude, you think, because she's 4 years old. I was like, can you ultrasound her? Because he has an ultrasound. I was like, ultrasound her for me. Let me know where she's at. Just in case, because I heard all those stories about people getting a female and she's already building and, you got to get a male to her quick. And he told me she had like 8 mil follicles roughly. And so I was like, okay, waited a couple weeks, threw my DG mail in with her, and they locked up like right away. I was like, this is freaking awesome. All right. Because the clutch that reabsorbed on me last season was a double head Exantic DG clutch. So it's like, all right, this is going to put me back on track. Awesome. Well, after that lock, since July, they have not locked up since. And I'm like pulling my hair out because she's still building. I actually palpated her right before the live, and she's sitting at, I'm going to say she's close to a ping pong ball right now, follicle wise. But she won't lock. He won't lock. It's just like, I'm at a loss. It's like, did he get the job done? Do I risk it? Should I throw a backup male in that's been locking with everything he sees? What's
Are you
your
pairing
thought?
that male to anything else?
That DG male? No, that's his only pairing this year is that to that one girl. That's the only one.
So you can't tell if it's him or her. I guess throw a backup mail in with her and hopefully.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Because the backup mail that she would get would be my het exantic het clown. So worst case scenario, everything would be. I mean, I could have hit exantics and then I would know what happened. But I really wanted to hit that double het clutch. I really, really wanted that.
Yeah. I guess the only way to find out is throwing another mail in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's not breeding anything else, it's hard to tell.
I might just maybe I'll try throwing him in with something else and see what he does, just for the fun of it, and something where it's like, hey, look, awesome, we made out. Something where it's gonna be really obvious that he actually sired it.
Yes, but it's also good to throw the backup mail in with that female, just in case he didn't get the job done. At least you're still getting a clutch out of her.
That's true too. That's true. Good point.
Yeah, you don't want to screw yourself.
Yeah, because when I palpated her today, was it 8 or 9? It's like 8 or 9 follicles, I think, is what I felt. She's got there's like two different ones that are like they're really close together, so they feel like one like huge follicle, but you can tell a distinct, very subtle bump in between the two, but they're like jammed in there. So I'm like, that's one like 8, 9 eggs. I don't want to run the chance of losing that, especially with my exantic stuff.
Yeah, so I think your best bet is to just throw the mail in there.
Just throw the mail in there and hope somebody got the job done.
Exactly.
All right. What are some underrated genes that you think that are out there in the market?
That's such a touchy question because everybody likes what they like, and everybody has appreciation for something. I see everything so generally.
This is what do you think is underrated? Somebody else can think something else is underrated, but what do you think is underrated?
But see, I don't think anything's underrated because I know somebody appreciates it. So I don't look at genes like that.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. I guess I've never thought of it that way. I've never thought of it that way, I guess. But you do have a point because, yeah, we all like what we like, and maybe what you consider underrated is just because other people don't like it. I get that. I
can't pick one regardless.
It's okay, Kat. It's okay. Pip Stalkers, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, if you would like to get an awesome little emblem like what they have there, go and check out here. Maybe I think I still have that link up. There we go. There's the link. Go check it out. It's basically YouTube's Patreon for the channel. Check it out. There's 3 different tiers. All the support's greatly appreciated. It's a great way to support the channel, and as well, you get some neat stuff in return depending which tier you go with. So check it out. All the support's greatly appreciated. All right. Now this I think you can do, Kat. What are some, in your opinion, must-have genes?
Ooh. Okay, clown. That's one. DG/enhancer is another. And then I'll pick a codom. Spot nose.
Ooh, okay. I agree with you on the spot nose 100% because spot nose makes a lot of stuff all really, really crazy.
I don't think I've met anybody who says they don't like spot nose.
Now, spot nose does awesome stuff. Angel, all right, I like the way you phrase that. Maybe that's how I need to phrase it. How about underutilized gene?
In the right way? because people put pastel in everything and it doesn't look good in a lot of things, but when you put it in the right things, it makes it 10 times better.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. Especially Exantic. Exantic's one where you have to have pastel in there.
And that DG enhancer.
Yes, and that was going to be my next follow up. There was DG and enhancer. You've got to have pastel, I think, with that. It makes those two explode. Now I know everybody says it makes clown brown out really bad.
Yeah, but if your plan is to add another recessive to clown, and it's another recessive that makes pastel look good, you're
doing yourself justice then.
Yeah. Like even in Ultramel, pastel looks really good. So
okay.
Even if my clown stuff has pastel, as long as my plan will be to put that into another gene that's going to make it look better.
Joe says maybe granite. See, I haven't seen much granite stuff.
Me either.
Pastel super vanilla. Now that angel would be a sharp looking snake. Vanilla stuff is just beautiful to begin with.
I do like vanilla.
Let's see here. Zach says I have a huge adult pastel clown female, and she has held her yellows really well. Nice. So my pastel bumblebee clown, he's very much yellow still. He's looking really, really good. Plus, helps he's got a really crazy pastel line floating around at him. Like it's his everything I've thrown him to, it throws really crazy patterns, and the colors are amplified. His daughter, which is I'm actually breeding her this year, she looks phenomenal as a pastel grand. She's double het Exantic clown, so she's got some of that slight het influence, I think, but she looks awesome just being a pastel. Ooh, Kat, what is a gene you have not seen in person?
Ooh, I haven't seen a lot of genes in person. Anything Billy hasn't worked with, I haven't seen. So I'm trying to think specifically what. I don't think I've seen acid in person. I'm not sure. Rainbow, I haven't seen in person. I don't know. I need like a list and I can check them off.
That was a good question, Creative.
That's a good question. Also, champagne is a little bit underrated or underused. You just have to know how to use it.
I love champagne. You throw like Enchi and Leopard into it. Freaking some of the most beautiful champagne combos I think ever.
Freeways.
Freeway champagnes.
Really
I've never seen that.
They're so nice.
I have never seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Did Billy make any of those?
Yeah, he has one. Her name's Ducky, and he's made more after. They have like a white nose.
Really? Now, what's the whole rest of the body look like? I mean, I would assume if you threw a pastel into it, it would, in theory, become like the pastel freeways, right? Where it kind of looks white.
Well, with the pastel still has some color to it, but just the champagne freeway, it still has the stripe. It's like that purplish freeway color.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, you got my wheels turning now, Kat.
Now to see it in super asphalt.
Oh, super asphalt stuff. Oh my God, that stuff blows me away. I actually sent out my first shed to that genetic testing thing through Morph Market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to get the results back. They received it, but I have an Enchi asphalt / yellow belly, and we're all thinking it's asphalt, but I need to have that confirmation. And I hope I get the results back before this breeding season gets too far in, so that way I know if I got to change something up with that female, because I got a female bumblebee yellow belly just to try to go for the freeway stuff. Yeah, I saw spider freeways and they looked awesome.
Yeah, they are really nice too.
Even though everybody gives spider crap, I'm sorry, folks. You all know how I love my spider stuff. It's awesome.
It's pretty. It's just hard to sell if that's your goal.
Yeah. It's some of the snakes that wow me in my collection are the spider stuff. And that's one of my dreams. I nailed one of my dream snakes last season, which was an OD bumblebee. Thing's absolutely phenomenal looking. Love that guy. But now I want to make the Exantic version of it. So that's one of my pairings this year is I'm taking the bumblebee double het Exantic clown to my OD Exantic. So hopefully I can hit that same snake, but in the Exantic version. And if it would end up being het clown, that'd just be a big plus. But
it would
I
be
just
super
want the
clean because of the OD, and then
yeah.
I've seen Exantic spiders; they're really nice.
Oh, that's one of the things. Like that was one of the snakes that made me love Exantic so much was that snake. So sorry, I'm at work. Ducky looks awesome. Jeremy definitely needs to look her up. All right, I will, Ashley. Thank you. Let's see here. What does everyone think about cinnamon? Cinnamon.
I like it. It's a nice gene. I don't have any.
Oh, all right. I got a beauty. Now this is a hatchling that. Don't you do it. They're all a little spicy tonight. Now, this is a hatchling I produced this year. Now, this is pewter leopard. So, pastel cinnamon leopard. But she is just phenomenal in that pattern. If I can get her to straighten out here. The back. I love the second I saw the back end of her in the egg. It's like, all right, it's like she's staying here no matter what it is. I was hoping it was actually a male, but like the grays, like it's just she's silver. She's just basically all dark gray and silvers. That's one I love. That's like we were saying about the things that you put pastel into. Cinnamon to me is one. Throw pastel into it because it makes it look awesome. And also then you get the super cinnies, which I know, you have that. You've got that, the duck billing, the kinking issues that you can run into. But super cinnies, I think, are awesome too.
Yeah, you just got to be careful and hope for the best.
Because I held back one cinnamon. She's het DG, and I'm going to throw a pewter leopard het DG that I made last season to her. And I want to see what the super cine. I would like to see the super cine DG, and see I wanted to see if it comes out black, if it comes out like silver looking. What exactly it does in that combo.
Would it be more black?
Well, see, that's because a lot of the super cinis I've seen, like as they get older, they turn more brown.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if throwing DG into it, if that would make it stay more, if it would make it stay black and not do that change. So I'm curious
to see that.
Yeah. We're gonna see next year, hopefully. Fingers crossed next year. I've got so much stuff growing up that I produced last season that some of it's ready this season. Some of it should definitely be ready for next season, though. Andrew, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. The Pides. I swapped out the girl for another female. And then I'm actually changing my plans, and the male I'm actually going to be taking to the Gettysburg Reptile Expo, and if he moves, he moves. If not, I'm going to try to find a use for him. But plans are kind of slightly changing with them. Let's see here. Kreo says add acid to that. Yes, dude, adding acid. All right. Kat, have you ever seen the acid leopard bumblebee?
I don't think so.
Look it up once. That thing is phenomenal. It almost looks monsoon-like.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
really awesome looking. When I saw it, I was like, that's the poor man's monsoon right there. I mean, at least the one that I saw. It was
Would
on
it be
more.
that cheap though?
I don't know what the price tag on it was. It was definitely a lot cheaper than
A monsoon.
a normal monsoon. I think the tag might have been like maybe 3 or 5, somewhere in that neighborhood. But I mean, it was beautiful, and I saw it. I was like, man, it's like you throw Xanthic into that, and just make all that tan from the leopard interacting with the bumblebee, and just make that white or silver. Oh, that'd be an awesome animal. Let's see here. Jeremy only said he's got a Spartan Champagne Cine. Okay. Charlie, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Looks like a lot of cinnamon boot black
pastel.
I need to get some black pastel. Everybody in our little group knows that for the most part, everybody knows my grand plan here. I need to find a black pastel, yellow belly clown or het clown. And I want to and it's got to be a male. And
well, if all goes well.
Now, what would shipping to the U.S. be from Canada, Cat?
It's usually about $250.
No, that's not too bad. Keep me in the loop because I want to throw that to a leopard spot nose het clown. I want to see if the leopard spot nose het clown might have red stripe in her.
Okay.
So now you probably already see where I'm going with the black pastel and the yellow belly. You go for the Pompeii Batmans, or just completely miss on everything. But I think that would be it just be an added bonus. And plus, if the black pastel yellow belly had red stripe in it, then you run the chance of me throwing in super red stripe stuff, which is absolutely awesome looking. So I've got a big list of what I want to add to, like that one female. I've got so many things I want to do with her, and I just need the time to do it.
Yeah, I have a black pastel fire het clown female that I'm putting a Pastave leopard yellow belly clown male to.
Oh,
so
you could get some powerful stuff out of that one.
Yeah, fingers crossed. She reabsorbed on me last year, so she's finally building again.
Now, how long? All right, after she reabsorbed, how long did it take her to start going back into the routine and everything?
I'd have to look at my husbandry pro.
Okay.
But she just started building again, so she's at 8. So I think it's been about 6 months, but I can check for sure after.
Okay. Let's see here. Uniquely mutated Morse. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Jeremy and Holly, you say you can't have gravel, bro. Can't have gravel. I'm sorry. I'm an asphalt guy. It's gotta be asphalt, bro. Sorry. I'll get everything mixed up and screwed up, and I don't need that. I don't need to have that oopsies. Just like why I don't work 2 different lines of Xanthic. I'll screw it up. I know it. Because I like the TSK stuff. VPI is really popular here in the US. So it's like, do I work with what's popular or work with what I really like? And it's like, I'm working with what I really like because the TSK stuff speaks to me. So it's like, if I go and try working 2 different lines, I'll screw it up. It'll get mixed up, and then I'll be the jerk that sold somebody the wrong hat or the wrong visual. Just not going to do it. Florida Born, what's up? They say, hi, Kat. Hi, Jeremy. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Let's see here. Man, the chat is going off tonight. Thank you, everybody. Make sure everybody you hit that like button for me as well, please. And as I said before in the beginning, any super chats, all that stuff, that goes towards my ultrasound fund. All the support's greatly appreciated for that because let's face it, ultrasounds make everything a lot easier in the breeding game, especially when you got females that reabsorb or females that are just starting to come into that time. It's like it just makes everything a lot easier to know what's going on.
And males you don't want to spread thin.
Yes, that's true too, because then you can isolate when to throw your males in. Speaking of which, because this part of another topic I had, it was under breeding tips, which actually was the next topic anyway. So perfect timing, Kat. When are you throwing your males in? At what follicle size are you tossing them in at?
Usually around 8 millimeters. I'll start 8 to 12.
Okay. And then like, do you have like 8 to 12, 20, 30, or any other specific sizes, or?
No, I kind of start there and then see how the female's reacting, see how many females the male is going to make sure he gets a break.
Okay.
And I just keep watching and seeing where to go from there.
Okay.
I don't have a routine necessarily.
All right. No, I throw mine in one time, every month. Now, if the male's going to more than one female, like the way I've been doing it, he'll go in, say on like Monday. He'll be in there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If they're not locked up by Wednesday night, I'll yank him out Thursday, like after I get home from work. Just to give him that slight possibility chance, because I have had him lock up on that very last day I was going to pull them, and say, all right, I'll just give you till I come home from work. Maybe it took a little bit of time to work, play the Barry Manilow or all that, whatever all that good stuff is. But and then he'll get a break the rest of the week. I'll try feeding him, and then the next week he goes to the next female, and then the week after, just rinse and repeat basically. And then I don't have any of the males going to more than 3 girls at this point. Just that way he can get a week break of nothing. He can just relax and veg out.
Yeah, I make sure my males have at least 1 full week of nothing.
Okay. Ashley wants to know, what is your favorite male and female in your collection? And then also, if you want to show off any snakes, Kat, I don't know if your snakes are within arm's reach or not.
They're not.
Oh, okay.
They're in the basement, so it'd be hard to go down, bring them up. Plus, Wi-Fi down there's terrible.
I understand that.
Okay, my favorite male right now, he's for sale. It's a leopard lesser cypress double het ultramel possible het pied. He's super pretty, but I don't have the females for him, so I feel like somebody can do something better with him than I can. My favorite female? Ooh. I don't know. I have so many.
It gets hard to pick once you start getting up like around 50 snakes.
The first ones that come to mind are my banana clown.
Okay.
My Enchi super asphalt.
Ooh. Oh man. Oh man. I would love to see that sitting in my rack.
Yeah. She's beautiful. Ooh, and then my blackhead het ultramel, every time I open that bin, it's just so nice.
Just wow. It's one of those wow snakes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. What's up, Cat Eyes? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody's all right. Since we got 36 people in the chat here, if anybody is within, say, 4 hours, even if you want to drive 5-6 hours, folks, to the Gettysburg Reptile Expo, it is this Saturday. Starts at, I think, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But, in case anybody far away wants to come to Gettysburg, hey, come to the show, hang out. I'm going to be vending there. There's a whole bunch of the people in the chat, like Phil, Danny, Nathan, all those guys. They're going to be there vending as well. Matt from the Ball Python Project as well. Everybody's going to be there. Come out, check us out, hang out. It's going to be a good time. Love to see you all there. Come out and just say hi. All right, let's see here. Okay, what's the Canadian market like? Like, what are some of the jeans that you think are really hot right now in the Canadian market? And on top of that, all right, I'll let you answer that one first, and then I'll add on to it.
The market's really, it seems like it's kind of low right now. So
Okay.
It's very different than the American market.
Right now, ours is slowing up too, from what I've been hearing.
People in the States tend to want to buy things and they'll spend a little more. Canadians seem to be a little cheaper.
It just means you're smarter with your money, Kat.
That's actually a really good way to look at it.
That's me. I mean, I'm not Canadian, but I think I would fit in really good up there because, like, yeah.
I do it too. I'm just like, I look for what I want and that's it. And
yep.
I mean, it is. Hey, Jaffe.
Jaffe, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
I don't know what's going crazy right now. I think everyone's looking for clown, spot nose. Sunset seems to be a little bit big. Like, I don't know if it's just Canada or if it's in the US too, but I think it's the US influencing Canada.
So Sunset, it's at least here, it's like you either love it
or you hate
it. It's like, I mean, I like to think I'm in that middle ground because I like it in certain combos. Sunset Ultra Melt blew my mind. That's probably the first Ultra Melt that just made me want to have Ultra Melt in my collection. It was just because of that combo. But a lot of sunsets seem to brown out more, so I'm leery on dropping that cash on a sunset.
I can appreciate it from afar. I don't need it.
Yeah. I like the way that's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it, Kat. I like that.
Pieds are always popular. I feel like you have your 3 recessives, which is Pied, Clown, DG / Enhancer, which everybody wants. And then you have your bananas for entry level. And yeah, I don't know what else is.
With the Pieds and the banana stuff, what other jeans do you think are made good, as I would say, sustainability clutches to go for? Because, for me anyway, I have my stuff that I'm going for more higher end stuff, like my double visuals, my double het stuff. But then, like, there's other clutches where you want to have them just to basically, they're going to sell quick to bring the money in to help pay for everything else. Because I think banana's one of them. I've heard the Pieds, that the Pied, nor just a plain Pied will sell all day long, no problem. But is there anything else that you think?
It's also going like this to the market, because even we had an expo today, and last expo people sold a bunch of Pieds and then nobody bought Pieds this expo. So it's interesting to see how things come and go out of demand within a couple of months too. Bells is another good one. It's something I want to do, just to have that beginner snake to get people into breeding, maybe, or even just have that. You always want to have pet people. I think they make it a little bit more fun to breed because they appreciate everything a little bit more.
I agree with you on that. Plus, let's face it, all of us started out as pet people in the beginning. Like,
yeah, that's when it's like they're either going to become breeders or they're really going to appreciate their pet.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome to make those beginner level animals. But again, with bells, I've seen people really want them, and then sometimes nobody wants them. So
I know, like, for me, my banana girl, I was originally going to pair to my bumblebee clown, because I wanted to make the banana het clown stuff. And then I got to thinking, it's like, you know what? It's like, I want to do, instead of having just going for one clutch of bells as a sustainability clutch. So I tried that this year. I hit one bell. I felt really gypped. So I thought, it's like, all right, we're going to stay away from the spider with the banana stuff this season. Maybe I'll just pick up a banana clown combo, something, in 2023. But I thought I'm going to throw my GHI Mojave back to that banana girl that's produced that girl that I was showing you earlier. Because I had a lot of people trying to get her from me. That whole clutch just flew off the shelf. Like the GHI bananas. I wish I wouldn't have sold the female that I produced of that, because it when she would coil up, she looked like one of those psychedelic pinwheel things that like makes your eyes all goofy. It's exactly what she looked like, and I seller's remorse to the utmost top level on that one.
Leopard does also sell really well for pet people because the pattern.
Yes. Plus, leopard goes in good with. I have not seen a bad leopard combo at all.
Yeah, I do really like leopard.
Mitzi, I have a bell, and I've decided to let him go. You can see it. Go to Clutch One, any of the Clutch One videos, or watch this week's video. You get to see some really nice pictures of him. Just putting it out there. But yeah. Or if you're coming out to Gettysburg, you can see him in person there too. Phil, my buddy Phil, loves his Grail and Holy Grail stuff, which it is beautiful. And plus, Phil, you somewhere up the line there, you said something about odium. Which, have you seen much odium stuff up in Canada, Kat?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Really? All right. Well, odium, the best way to describe it is one. All right, you have to see it in person to fully understand it and like get it. Because I had to see it in person, and Phil told me I had to see it in person too in order to understand it. But basically, take your snake and draw a line the whole way down its body, about center level, and you're gonna have one color on the bottom and a different color up top. It's like you can see the complete, like a plain line, clear as day, where the two colors meet. It's really cool. Awesome looking.
Okay, I need to look at that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a super odium or anything like that. So I guess you would say it's a dominant gene, but it does make some really awesome combos. It's neat to see that line. I want to throw it into Exantic stuff. I want to see if it does like a solid like silver line and then a white at the bottom. Okay, PCF says nerd genes are rare in Ontario. Okay. Dylan wants to know, what is your favorite snake to produce, Kat?
The ones I haven't produced yet. I do love producing my bananas because every combo comes out different and so nice.
And then you add the speckling into it, which is always different, and you love the speckling. So
yeah, I just hit a pastel banana super enchy het clown female, and she's so pretty. It's like bright yellow and then purple and pink.
Oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought. I was going to ask you something about that. It'll come to me later. I'm sure it will. It'll be a completely random thought, and you'll be like, where in the hell did that come from?
And then to answer Pip Stalkers, Big D is a big breeder in Canada. I've never heard anything bad about him. I don't have any of his snakes, but he's definitely reputable, and you should message him. He'll figure something out with you.
All right. Let's see here. I don't know if I asked this or not. I might have covered it. If I did, I apologize. But what are some of your anticipated clutches or pairings for this season? Did I ask that already? It feels like I did.
I feel like you did, but maybe differently. Or we got off topic.
Maybe we got off topic and nailed that question. I don't know. All right, we'll just skip it because unless you want to answer it again, that's fine. I feel like an idiot not remember because it's
I think I said it's gonna be my double het stuff. So my double het clown, Ultramel stuff, and double het clown enhancer stuff, and
You're right. Yeah, I did ask that. I remember that now. All right. Now we briefly talked about this backstage. What are some of the other species you want to add to your collection and start working with, or just add to the collection just to have?
I don't think I want to breed anything else right now. I have ball pythons. I have a pair of hognoses, which I can't figure out how to breed. I've tried for 2 years and nothing, so I'm gonna try one more time and then just call them pets.
Hognoses are just weird looking. They're cute, but weird looking.
They're interesting. They're fun. My male, I call him Mr. Angry Pants because he always tries to attack me.
I've never heard of them being like that. They try to attack you. Everybody always says like they just huff at you a lot and then they play dead.
He's never played dead. He'll hear me opening other snake bins and he'll start hissing, and then I'll open it and he'll like come out. I'm going to try and get into king snakes too. I have a Mexican black, so I'm gonna work with that.
Those are beautiful. Those are stunning looking.
Me and the reptile ward, they bought one female and I bought one female. We're gonna get a male together and breed it and go from there.
Now, does that one like musk you a lot or anything? I've heard so many. Okay, I've heard like it's like a complete rite of passage, basically, that all they want to do is musk you nonstop.
Yeah, every time.
Oh man, you didn't weren't supposed to tell me that, Cat. I was hoping you'd. Oh no. Because I want to get a California king snake, and that's everybody says the same thing, that they like to musk. It's like maybe I'll find one that doesn't like to do that. But,
I mean, the more you handle them, the better they get. The more I handle mine, I can see them responding better. They don't freak out as much, and then if I go a while without handling them, they get startled again. So it's also that aspect of.
Okay, so you basically you have to keep a consistent routine with them then.
I find that with my angry hognose too. The more I handle him, the less snappy he is.
Oh, okay. See, that's like my carpet python Xena here, which everybody can see her. I was showing you her earlier. She was nippy. She was your stereotypical carpet when I first got her. I got her at a year old. She did not want any parts of me at all. She wanted to eat me, but that was about it. Her record was 10 bites and 1 handling. And after that point, I said, all right, we're getting gloves to handle you. Cause like it literally, I came downstairs and my wife was like, what happened to you? It's like, handling the snake. She's just like shook her head now. So, but I tried working with her like a little bit every day, and that didn't make things better. So I actually started working with her less. Like maybe once a week I'd work with her. And it seemed like that was actually the better approach with her, was the less you worked with her, the better off she was.
You see, I don't do it multiple times. Like I don't do it daily. I'll do it maybe once in the middle of the week, once when I'm cleaning at the end of the week, or once every week.
Okay.
But when I'm cleaning, I just kind of shift it and clean and then put them away. That's when I notice it gets worse.
When it's the quick visits. Yeah. See, with her, if she poops and she's out on her perch, you have no option but to take her out, basically, just for the sole reason that she thinks anything coming into the cage is food for the most part. So you got to break her get her out of that mentality with the snake hook. And then it's just a lot easier just to pull her out. And it's like, you know what? I'll pull you out. You'll get handled a little bit, and I'll get to clean your cage without getting bit.
It's win-win.
Let's see. But yeah, other species.
I would love to get into green trees, even just to have as pets. Yeah, I think they're so pretty, and
I
one day I will
I
get one.
I had one years ago, and that was probably one of the most beautiful snakes I've ever owned.
I like the blue ones.
Okay.
Those are
Now,
expensive.
now, do you want more of the designer ones, or do you want one where it's more of the locale based?
I'll probably get one locale and then learn how to deal with that, and then start getting
Okay. Now, is there any
designer.
specific locale that you like?
No, right now they're just all pretty. It's at
Okay.
that stage.
Because
Um,
the one I had years ago was a Biak, and she was beautiful. You could handle her during the day. At nighttime, she became a witch. You couldn't get within 5 feet of the cage because she would strike at you, thinking every movement was food. But she was a sweetheart during the day, absolute sweetheart. Um, if I would love to get another, I would love to get another green tree as well. It would have to be a sarong though, because they're the ones like you said with the blue. They get that beautiful blue line down the dorsal. Some of the, like it's like sky blue. It's probably some of the best examples I've seen was on those.
yeah. So I think that's the main one. Um, I don't know other snakes I'd work with. Reptiles in general, I'd love to get a terrarium with some poison dart frogs and
Ooh,
set it up really pretty. I like plants, so having like a bioactive planted enclosure with dart frogs would be awesome.
that would be neat. Dart frogs are pretty too. Um, Now, which ones would you go with color wise? Because I don't know the difference between all of them. I just know that they're different colors.
I have no idea. I'd show up one day at a pet store or at the and just pick whatever color I want.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's one of those things where you want something at one point and then it changes.
I get that. I
You
get
need to
that.
just go with whatever at that time.
I like it. I like it. Creatives, dart frogs are awesome. I just wish they were bigger. They are tiny. They are tiny. Our local pet shop has some, and I was showing my daughter. You know, we were looking in the little enclosures there, and there were these ones that looked like they were like dipped in gold. Like legit looked like little gold frogs. I've never saw them that color before. I was like, what the heck is this? Because I think they're orange with blue legs, and then the green and blacks and the blue and blacks. Those are my favorites. But yeah, like these little suckers were like looked like they were gold plated. I was like, holy crap, that's
They're
freaking
so
out of this
cool.
world.
And I actually really want a boa at some point.
Now, what kind of boa?
I don't know yet. I just want a boa. Like
Is
a
it IMG? Like, do you like the dark stuff?
I do like the dark, but I also like creamy with a lot of back pattern. So
Okay.
we'll see. I have a couple of friends who breed them, so I'll wait
Okay.
till someone makes something I really like and then support a friend.
No, I like that's I try to if I can't find it in my group of friends, then that's when I'll start outsourcing to other breeders. I try to keep everything, within my group as much as possible. Um Now with the boa stuff, the only reason I asked is what specific boa or gene, excuse me, was because my buddy Mike breeds boas as well. And I wasn't sure like the thing that caught me with boas was the IMG stuff. And then
It's so nice.
the Sun Dragon. I loved the Sun Dragon. He
White lips
produced
are also very pretty, but
the
not on
if
my radar right now.
this thing is like if you look into my videos, I think the video is called Insane Boas. I go through his whole boa collection. If you have like 40 minutes, you don't know what to do with yourself, watch it. Some of the most beautiful boas I've ever seen, you will get to see there.
I'll take a look.
And like the Sun Drag is in there, and I mean, like the picture doesn't look real that I used for the thumbnail because it literally looks like you photoshopped this and just fluorescent orange this snake. Like it doesn't look real, but everybody legit. It is fluorescent orange. I think now it's maybe a little bit darker. I haven't seen it for a couple of months, but it's beautiful. Ooh, white lips, yes, white lips. White lip pythons are freaking awesome as well. That's on my list. I have a lot on my list.
We all do.
Yeah, white lips, blood python. I would love to get another Sumatran short-tailed python, the black and gray ones with the chrome head. That's on my to-have list again. Once I expand the snake room, I'm slightly starting to outgrow my 14 by 12. Yeah, 14 by 12 room. So now I'm going to make it the other quarter of the basement. So I'll have half the basement will be a snake room. And at that point, I'll feel like I can expand and get what I want to have fully down here. Let's see. What were some of the challenges you have experienced breeding?
Having slow seasons and not knowing why and having to figure out why. I think that's a big one. A lot of it's trial and error because everybody's situation is different. So you can take all the advice you want, but at the end of the day, you need to figure out what's best for you and your snakes. And a lot of people don't get that. And as a beginner, you're nervous and you're like, oh, my snake's not eating. I'm going to try everything. And that sometimes just makes it 10 times worse. So, but that can be said for a lot of aspects of breeding in general.
Yeah, especially with hatchlings too. I think a lot of us think hatchlings need to start eating before they really need to. And we start getting that, oh, I missed 2 feedings. I've got to assist feed it. And I mean, I've even fallen into that trap too, where it's like you see this little thing that came out, and it's like, wow, it's like there's not much snake there. It's like you need to eat like ASAP. And sometimes, if they get to a certain point, it's like, okay, you're done. You're getting assist fed. We got to try to get you going. But then other times they've just absorbed that much that I think it literally takes them that long to become hungry.
Yeah, I won't assist feed a hatchling unless I can actually physically see that it needs to be assist fed. You'll see like it starts getting super skinny and the skin starts getting a little crinkly,
like looking,
and their stomach starts to cave a bit, and that's when you're like, okay, now you need a meal. Now you don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's either it's make it or break it, and then at that point.
Yeah, but I think if a hatchling is skipping meals, it's not necessarily because it needs to eat. Like, don't stress.
Ashley wants to know about how many. She did say it in the beginning, Ashley. I think it's, what'd you say, 50 or 60, Kat?
40 to 50.
40 to 50. So she's got a nice size collection. Very nice size collection. Let's see. We're actually cruising through this. We're at an hour and 23. Are you okay we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 more questions plus quick segment of pick of the week. You think we can do it quick, Kat?
Let's try.
All right. Let's do quick picks of the week, everybody. There's only 2 picks, so it's gonna be a really short segment. We're gonna power through this so that way Kat can get to bed because she worked today. I'm just thankful she was able to come on and be with us. Also, make sure you go down and click all of her information is in the description down below. Follow her on Instagram. Make sure you check out her morph market. Yes, you're right, Ashley. Small and powerful. Yes.
Me. Completely me.
All right. First pick of the week is from Riley's Reptiles. So that's Riley Jimson. Now, this isn't, he did not produce this. It's his snake. It was produced by Nick Mutton, which is a huge name in the carpet python community. But this is a granite poplin carpet. And that thing is just stunning. I love carpets. This comes down to locale stuff, obviously, but poplin stuff is beautiful with that granite gene in there. Absolutely amazing looking carpet. I love the head too. Like the head, that's just an awesome snake. And then I'm sure a lot of us probably saw this one from Billy at Mutation Creation with this awesome leopard yellow belly monsoon het pied. Wow. That's all I could say, folks, is wow. That thing is off the freaking hook.
Hey, pastel looking good.
Yes, yes. That, yeah, like the heads are like, I love the whited out head, how it's got the black outline to the eye stripes. But then it's like after the head there, it's like the white just gets cut off and it's like boom, we're back to normal color. And just the pattern. I love monsoon pattern.
Yeah. I think people were starting to worry that it was all looking the same. And this kind of showed everybody, hey, it's looking different and we can do more with this and be excited.
Well, let's face it, only you throw one gene in there, nobody's thrown in there yet. And it could blow that thing just out of the freaking water. And it only takes one gene. And that's what I think a lot of people forget to remember, is that in any combo, it only takes one gene to wow the world.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Spot Nose with Leopard and Clown. I mean, the Batman took the world by storm, basically. It's, it only takes that one gene to throw in there to make it go crazy. PCF wants to know, what temperatures and humidity do you keep your collection?
I have an open room, so it's not ambient. Hotspot's 90, and then whatever the bin cools to at the front. Humidity, I kind of just play it by visually at this point. I just make sure my snakes are shedding well, and if I need to add water, I do. I kind of have an idea of what my basement's sitting at and just work with what I got. I don't pay attention to numbers anymore.
See, for me, like my ambient right now, actually it's a little bit warmer in here than what it's been the past couple of days because we got a warm front that went through. Right now, my ambient's at 77 with 60% humidity here in my room in the basement. But I mean, this thing's like fully, like, what is it, 6-inch thick foam till you're all said and done. 6-inch thick walls, insulated. It's easy to control temps in here. And then I have a window. If I want to cool it off a little bit more, I just open the window up, let some nice cold air in.
Fresh air is always good too.
Yeah. It also helps with like the having the window there in the wintertime. It gives me that subtle temp drop to where I can get the ambient in here down to like 74, 75. And then it seems like that really kicks in the breeding aspect.
Yeah, I don't know what the conversion is, but usually my house is sitting between 23 and 25 Celsius. So
yeah, I don't know what that conversion is either. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that you guys are
damn Fahrenheit.
Celsius. You're probably thinking, good God, he's like roasting.
When I'm talking snakes and reptiles, I know what the numbers should be, and that's what I calculate them in. But when it comes to everything else, it's just, it doesn't.
I gotcha.
Because I know it's supposed to be at 90, so all my things are set to Fahrenheit, but then my house is in Celsius, so I don't know what the conversion is.
Ashley, you say about what monsoon would do in champagne or acid. I don't know if acid would be a good one for monsoon, as much as I hate to say it.
You're going to want something that's going to dull out the pattern.
Yeah. Okay, 20 creative says 23 is 73. Okay. So it's basically we're right around the same point there for wintertime temps and all that stuff. Okay. But yeah, acid, I think you would lose it in the pattern. I'm not entirely sure. Now, champagne might be neat to throw into it. I'd be curious what champagne would do. Spider, like stuff like that, that's very strong with killing pattern. I'd be curious to see what it does, because spider seems like it can really knock a pattern out real quick.
I think with monsoon, though, it would just change the pattern. I don't know if it would make it less busy.
Okay. Korea says acid and monsoon will make it normal. Oh, that would be some shit right there. That you think you're gonna get something really cool and you get a normal. Like what? I'm sure we can I can guess one, but I want you to go beyond this one person. But what are some of the mentors you have, and what have you learned from them?
Okay. The first mentor I ever had, his name is Mason. He's part of T Dot Exotics. I bought a snake from him. It's one of my first snakes, and he sat down with me and went through genes that are popular and what I should look into, and then I let him know what I liked, and he kind of helped me plan a little bit. He was number one. Besides Billy, I have a really great group of friends that we mentor each other rather than being nobody's really above one another. We all kind of help each other out, which is great.
Gotcha.
So there's that too. Being a part of Discords during COVID and all that really helped.
No, I'm gonna guess probably like Austin, a Lion, Jaffe, all you guys are kind of. That's probably one of some of the group anyway. That's
I'm talking about a completely different group away from MC.
oh, okay.
The Reptile Ward has a server on Patreon, on Discord, and I have a lot of friends in there. So obviously the Reptile Ward, there's Peter Williams, Canadian Regis, and then a lot of other friends that don't have bigger names. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's a great
Threw
little
me
group.
for a loop on that one. You know what did they say about when you assume things, everybody?
Yeah.
Awesome. See, that's one thing I love with the group that I have right now. I could go to them with a question or a problem, and I'll get the answers that I need to help get me out of that situation for the most part. So it's like we're constantly bouncing ideas off of each other or just talking different things through. It's great. It really is. Definitely
It's
have to have
nice.
mentors. You have to have you have to have that group of friends that is there to help.
Dylan is one of the people that is a very good friend in that group.
Okay. Awesome.
He's
Awesome.
Dizzy Reptiles.
Well, thank you, Dylan, for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. I'll have to look into it, Ashley. Yeah, gotta remember, I'm not very tech savvy. Like the fact that I figured out how to do the membership thing, I'm still learning different things on it to this day. I just now learned that it keeps track of how long people have been members for, which makes certain aspects of it really nice. So that way I know when to ship stuff out to everybody. I'll have to look into that though, because that is one thing I should probably have on there is a Discord. Kat, you're kind of tech savvy, aren't you?
When I want to be.
Maybe
I can
you know
sit
how to
down
set
and
up
figure.
stuff. Like, is that something where I could hit you up for help if?
I'm so bad at it. There's so many nooks and crannies with Discord. I know how to do basic things in Discord.
Okay.
So I can maybe help you a little bit, but
okay. I'll have to do some research on that, Ashley. But that is a good idea. I did think about a Discord thing, but then I also thought it's like, well, I'm probably really the wrong person to try to run a Discord. So that's kind of where I decided to do the live chats. Every month, if you're in the top tier, which is the jungle carpet tier of my YouTube Patreon, we do like a monthly live chat where we go over whatever. That's kind of where I kind of figured that could kind of take place of the Discord to an extent, and then you're getting that technically one-on-one type of deal because it's just like a live video chat for all of us to join in and have fun. But I'll look into that. I will. I'll add that to my list.
It's nice having a space to chat with everybody and at any time.
That's true. That's true. I'll have to look into that. I'll put that on my list. I'll get on that when I'm on vacation here at the end of the month. I'll definitely try to iron that out. by then. Let's see here. All right, where do you see the ball python market in 5 years?
I haven't been in it long enough to assume that. I hope it goes strong and continues. I've heard Billy talk about how long he's been in this and how many times it's gone up and down, and it's always come back. So I think it'll continue to have its moments, but it'll always be there.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought on it too. It's like anything. You're gonna have you're gonna have the highs and you're gonna have the lows. I think like right now, with where I'm seeing everything and from what I'm gathering from everybody, like I don't know how it was up in Canada, but like when COVID hit really hard here in the US, the government was sending out basically free money to everybody, going here, here's money to help relieve you of whatever struggles. And a lot of people were taking that money and they were buying snakes. So at that point, the prices just rose up like crazy. And I think now everything's coming back down to earth. It's leveling back out. It's kind of like a market reset as far as pricing. But I also think that everybody here in the US is a little bit more cautious because we're not entirely sure what the economy is going to do. I don't know what it's like up there in Canada as far as how all that stuff works there.
It's going to be similar. Everyone's seeing prices going up in everyday life, and everyone's being a little bit more careful on what they spend their money on. And even in terms of ball pythons, buying rats right now is super expensive. It's a ton of work, so I can justify the cost, but it's hard to feed a whole collection.
Yeah, especially like I've contemplated about starting to breed my own just to alleviate that cost.
Just a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't add in the extra work. That's my problem. So it's just kind of like, oh man, it's like really stretch myself thin and make the family angry, or just keep buying the rats, make my buddy Chris at B&S Reptilia a happy man by giving him some business. And I also have another rat guy that I hit up as well. And it's just kind of one of those deals like, you know what? Right now, it's just time-wise, my time's a little bit more valuable than what it would take me to go and do it myself.
I don't have time or energy or space.
That's the other. I have the space to do it. I have a shed out back I could do it in. But it's just, I just don't, I have no desire to do it. I'd rather YouTube and working with the snakes is where I'm okay with. I will let YouTube eventually pay for the rats or whatever. Well, after YouTube pays for the ultrasound, we'll worry about paying for the rats then.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Dylan says we're in low RN, but this is a good opportunity for new people to get into the hobby for cheaper than what it would have been. That's very true. That's a very true statement. Straight Blast says their supplier just doubled their price on smalls. Looking for a new one now. $6 for a small? What? Straight Blast, where are you at?
It's ridiculous.
Like, how much are you paying for smalls, Kat?
I don't know. I buy in bulk and I just keep them in my freezer.
That's the sense. I just tell everybody, hey, I need this much. Every once in a while, I ask for an updated list, an updated price list, so that way I can just see how prices are going. And for the most part, like I had messaged Chris a little while ago, said, hey, I need to get an order of 60 small rats. And he just tells me how much it is, like awesome. But all right.
Yeah, I don't look at individual pricing anymore. I'm like, just what's the damage?
Yeah, just rip the Band-Aid off. Just let me know what it is. Rob says he loathes rats. That's why he cannot breed them. If you produce what people want, you be. Let's see. Rats have been crazy expensive. Uniquely says they breed their own ASFs. Saves a lot of money, but gotta put in work. Straight Blast, you're in Virginia Beach. Wow. And because I mean Virginia Beach, I mean it's a little haul from here, but it's not that bad. But wow, dude, yeah, I would definitely see if you can't find. I don't know what shipping is for rats or anything. I also don't know if he can do it. I'm sure he probably could, but hit Chris up at BNS, see what he can do to help you out there or something. He might be able to help you out. Like I said, I don't know about shipping though. I don't know if you can if he can ship rats, how he would do it. Yeah, hit him up though. It's worth a shot. Ooh, all right, Sean, you beat me to the punch on this, but we'll run with it. Husbandry Pro Cat, tell us about anything new and exciting features coming out with it that you can talk about, or your experience and thoughts on Husbandry Pro, even because I love it.
I love it too, not just because I'm a huge part of it, but I like that Husbandry Pro continues to find new things to introduce to people. We love hearing everything everybody says and putting that into action. And I think it's an awesome software for people who love to stay organized and want something that's going to grow with them. I've had it since day one, and it's grown continuously, and it's not stopping. And I think that's a unique feature with it. I'm trying to think of new features. I think they're going to start doing something like how Morph Market just did, where you can post your pairings so people can see that in advance, or you can post that.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else.
I like the notification aspect. Like, I get notifications when I'm running low on rats. I get notifications for breeding pairings when it's time to throw a male in with another female. Like, there's a lot of awesome stuff, and it's a huge time saver. And everybody, I'm not sponsored by Husbandry Pro, although Kat, if you can work that out somehow, and see, I love the logo too. So if you can get them to and get in touch with me for a sponsorship, I would love that, because
I can talk to Robert.
I love Husbandry Pro. In all honesty, like I was one of those people. I will be dead honest. Hold on one second here. What's up, Jeremy B? Good to see you, Jeremy. Number 2 in the house. Thanks for tuning in, dude. I was one of those people. I used index cards. I still have them, but I was like, I'm never going to, electronic data keeping, because if something goes wrong, then you're screwed and it's all lost. And I started paying attention to Billy with him talking about it. And then when he was on the live months ago, we got touch base on it. It really got me thinking. So I looked into it. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to jump on it. We're going to give it a shot. It is the best decision I have ever made.
Yeah.
Feeding night, like instead of me sitting down here, because I would feed, like now I feed Thursday and Fridays. Before it was like Saturday night, so I would do all my paperwork on Sunday as far as who ate and not ate. It would take me a couple hours to go through, put in all the dates, whether they ate or not, all that crap. No more, folks. No more. I go up to with my phone, I scan the freaking thing, hit 3 different buttons, done. Absolutely done. I get all my info done the same night I feed while I'm feeding. The time you save is amazing. You can keep track of whatever you want to keep track of. I mean, there's so many different options you can select to track.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Like, even for me, I don't like scanning. I think it takes too long. So I make like little sheets that basically are the layout of my rack. And every time something eats, I check it off. I'll check the next day, check it off on my little sheet. And then I go and do my quick activities, and it takes 2 seconds.
Okay. See, the other thing I do like is I haven't done it yet, and I need to, because I just do the scanning as I go. You can feed off a whole rack.
Yeah.
You can just go and select the whole rack 8, and boom, you're done. Like, you don't even technically have to scan, but I guess you could do that on your phone as well, right?
Yeah.
Is that something you can only do from the computer?
You can so you can get a barcode for your rack, and you just scan your rack. And then you can deselect anything that didn't eat, and then it'll automatically feed everything. And you can do the opposite as well. So you can scan it and then refuse feed, and you can deselect anything that ate.
All right, I just learned something new here, everybody. I didn't realize that you could do it like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
so when you go to
okay.
print your barcodes, you can print your racks, and you just get that barcode for your rack.
I'm gonna have to do that because that even saves more time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kat. Damn, I tell you what.
And there's some other features you can do I think you can bulk water, bulk feed, bulk different options.
Okay. See, I don't keep track of like my water changes. That's just
no, but there are pet people who do. So
that's true. That's true. That's true. And everybody, I will tell you this much: the sooner you get into it, the better off you are.
And it takes a very long time to start it. Like,
yeah.
I'm not lying. It takes a while to put everything into the system, but once it's there, it's a lot easier.
It is. Like the worst part of it was, like you said, setting up, entering all the info. Some people might not do it. I go through the hassle of adding the pictures in for the animals. Yeah, I don't know. I like having that visual reference for them as well. I do. Is there a way to add your logo onto your Husbandry Pro card?
So I was working on that recently. There's a new designer that you can actually make new cards. I don't remember how to get there, but yes, I'm pretty sure they're introducing it.
Okay, all right.
And they're also coming out with a new card system, which everyone should look out for.
Okay. Do me a favor. If you can remember, let me know when that stuff comes out because I would love to check it out and then bring it up here on the live as well.
Follow Husbandry Pro and you'll get all the updates live.
Do they have Instagram?
Yep, and Facebook.
Okay. All right. I hear that, everybody. Go follow Husbandry Pro on Instagram. I'm going to do that right after this live is over. So yeah, definitely do that because it makes the world so much easier with breeding and just keeping. It's just so much easier. Let's see. Charlie wants to know what's the best way to send a suggestion to Husbandry Pro.
So I'm pretty sure the tickets are now closed because there were some problems that were happening, but now there's an actual suggestion box. If you go to your side panel, I'm pretty sure it's one of the last options at the bottom. I can double check. And it should say like suggestion box or something like that.
Sean,
I can look quickly.
Okay. Sean says he would like to see better tracking for feeders. My only problem with feeders is, and maybe I don't know how to do this though too, because I just had to add in some feeders from getting them last night. Mm-hmm. But is there any easy way where I can just punch in a number and hit add, and it automatically does the math and adds it in, or do I constantly have to do the math with what I'm adding into what's remaining?
Can you repeat the question?
Like, all right, so say I had 14 feeders left over that still in stock, and I add 60. Is there a way where I can just punch in 60 and hit add and have it do the math automatically?
I don't think
Or do
so.
I have to do the math in my head?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a way that, like, if I got some really hard to add number for mathematically not so mathematically inclined people. Yeah.
So if you go to support, there's one at the bottom. There's the last option is suggestion board on Husbandry Pro, and you can click that and send in a suggestion.
Okay.
And you can actually see other people's suggestions, which is awesome. And you can comment, like, and dislike them.
I'll have to check that out because
you can't see it, but this is what it looks like.
Okay.
So if you just go to your support tab, it's all in there. And you can still send support tickets. It looks like they added that back.
Let me see here once. You say it's in the support. Ah, there it is. Support. Okay, support tickets, change log, knowledge base. Okay, testimonials, suggestion board. All right, awesome.
So that's actually a really cool feature now that you can see what other people are suggesting. And if you agree, you can give it a thumbs up. If you disagree, you can give it a thumbs down. You can even comment on it. It's like a little forum.
And plus, if more people are liking a certain suggestion, it's probably more likely, folks, it might get, the squeaky wheel gets the grease normally.
And you can even be anonymous when you send it. You don't have to post it as yourself.
Oh, okay. Nice. Straight Blast says that they just have a binder and every snake has a card. Keep track as I go. Takes no time. See, that just, I don't know. I was coming down. I was taking up a lot of time with mine.
It's just like paper can get destroyed and lost so easily. And this is it's on the internet.
Yeah.
And even if you mess something up, you can message them and they'll fix it. They can backtrack.
The one thing I do like about it, and I'm going to be doing this for this, I have the Gettysburg Reptile Expo that I'm setting up at this weekend. Like Friday night, I'm going to print off for anything that I'm sending to the show. Hopefully I remember to do it because I got a lot of stuff to do Friday night, but after setup and all that stuff. But I'm going to try to go and print off everything's Husbandry Pro info off of a Husbandry Pro. So that way, if those snakes sell, just hand them the paperwork, like, here's all the information on the animal. It'll have all the feedings, all that good stuff, any of the pairing, everything.
I mean, they could also, if you just print the barcode onto the label for the sale, they just scan it and it gives them that information. So before they even buy it, they can see the information.
Oh, because Nathan, didn't we try doing something like that? I tried to give you my barcode and you scanned it, and it like screwed his Husbandry Pro up.
You don't scan it in Husbandry Pro. You scan it with your phone.
Oh,
like just with your camera.
Oh,
yeah. So it's if you don't have Husbandry Pro, you don't have to worry. It's just your phone camera.
Whoa, hold on here. Hold the phone.
You have to have the complex QR codes, and you have to have it publicly on.
Oh, I probably don't have any of it because what you just spoke to me sounded like a completely foreign language.
So
all right, everybody. I thought I'd be able to pull some tech savvy stuff here real quick.
Husbandry Pro has normal QR codes, which are simple, and then they have complex QR codes, which are what it's a lot bigger and it has a lot more stuff inside. Once you scan that, you just turn it on your Husbandry Pro in your settings, and publicly people can see all the information for that animal, and you can select what you want them to see.
Oh.
And then instead of printing papers, you can just transfer the animal to them, so they have everything for that animal.
Okay. See, we have done. My buddy Nathan and we're the only ones I've done it with so far like that. But I do like that I could send him the info for a snake that he gets for me or vice versa. That part was freaking awesome. I did love that. Let's see here. Okay. Thanks, Charlie. I'll have to, I'll see if I can figure it out. I'm sure I probably can. I mean, I figured out how to do the cage cards, but I can always screw something up too. And never fail. Let's see here. It's under utilities and cage card designer. Okay, thanks, Nate. Let's see. Cat needs to make a tutorial for all of us idiots.
Me and Billy have been trying, and we keep putting it on the back burner.
I thought about trying to do some small videos here for the channel on how to go through stuff, but then at the same token, I didn't know if that would piss somebody off. So I just didn't do
No,
it.
I think the more support Husbandry Pro gets, the better. So if we have people making videos like that, it supports. And I don't
That's
think you'd piss anybody off.
well, then maybe I'll try to throw that into the video thing because I've actually gone through all of my. I had like a backlog of like 10 videos. I finally like got caught up. Like I've had this nice long hiatus of not having to do any filming. It was kind of really nice. Um, but now it's like, okay, I need more ideas, and the Husbandry Pro stuff would be a great video content and easy video content. It's just a matter of me explaining it properly. That's the key. But maybe I'll just go ahead and do it. And if someone complains to me by some dumb chance, and who knows, maybe they'll get Husbandry Pro to be like, hey, look, this guy's like, he's okay. We're gonna go sponsor him. Yeah, definitely talk to them though, Kat. I'd love to push Husbandry Pro a little bit from here because it's a great system. I do love it. That's true. They might be creative. They might. You never know. Fingers crossed. Though. Fingers crossed. That'd be definitely a big hit there, and in my opinion. Let's see. We got a couple more questions, Kat. We're almost done. I promise. We'll get you out of here by the 2-hour mark. I promise.
We have 4 minutes.
We got this. We got this. We have only got 2 more questions because we went ahead with the Husbandry Pro real quick. How often do you feed your snakes and why?
Okay, so I tried doing every other week for everything, and I noticed a real slowdown in my grow-ups and my hatchlings.
Oh, okay.
I'm going back to feeding my hatchlings and my grow-ups more consistently, and then my adults I'll keep to every other week.
Okay. See, I've had like it's been mixed and matched here for me. I feed every week from hatchling up to like 200-300 grams in that neighborhood, and then after that they get every other week. But when I'm feeding every other week, I mean it's it lets a small swell in their stomachs. So that way hey, they did eat something. It's not like you don't see anything. But I've got some that like I've got one from my first clutch. She's over 1,000 grams, and she's only maybe like a year and a half old. And I mean, she's a tank. She eats like crazy, but I think she's one of those things that she just grows really, really well.
Yeah, I have a hatchling that's about a year old, and she's like under 400 grams because I fed her every other week, and I'm just like, I'm not doing this again. It looks bad on me. She's a good like girth, but she's
just growing slow.
Yeah, so it also depends on the snake, and that's where it's like you need to know what's best for your snake. So
that's true.
Sometimes it's trial and error and seeing what happens, but I took everybody else's advice and tried feeding every other week, and I didn't like it.
See, that's kind of why like I used to feed every week, and then hearing like the stuff from Dr. Warren Booth and learning the stuff I learned from Billy, it's like, you know what, I'm going to do the every other week thing and see how it works. Like I said, I've got some great examples of that. It really works. And then there's some of those examples where, like you said, where they're maybe a little bit smaller than what they should be. But it's one of those, it's like, is it just the genetics? Is it actually the feeding regimen? I don't have enough time under my belt doing it to say that it's not working.
It's just trial and error, and I'm going to try it this way and see if it works better again. And if not, then got to try something else.
Yep. PCF wants to know, what do you think about the cantaloupe gene?
I've seen it. It's very orange. And I'm pretty sure it has nice banding, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen some of DPR's videos on it, but it's nice. It's just not on my radar right now.
Is it something like in like a high intensity orange dream almost, or is it okay? And I'm wondering, I'm assuming it's, if they completely renamed it, I'm assuming it's not compatible with OD then.
I don't know enough about it to say anything.
Okay. That's the first. I've never heard of, like, I've never heard of cantaloupe, so that was like a complete, like, it's like, wait a second here. But
It's one of our Canadian genes.
okay, it's a Canadian thing. Hey, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think the big thing is, like, there's so much renaming of stuff that's already out there, and it just gets really confusing.
That's why I
And
can't tell you if it's something else or close to something else, because I don't know what they've done with it. I don't know enough. It could be
yeah,
its own gene. It could be part linked to something else. I have no idea.
gotcha. Hey, thank you, Sean, for tuning in tonight. Greatly appreciate, bro. Hopefully, I get to see you Saturday at the show. Make sure you stop by, dude. All right, last question, Kat. And look, we're at the 2-hour mark.
We did it.
We did it. Any tips for people thinking of breeding and coming into the hobby and industry?
A lot of people say it's easy, but you need to give yourself time and have patience. And it's very hard, but it'll come. Listen to the advice, make your own decisions, and you'll get there.
And work with what you like, folks. Work with what you like. Because if it doesn't sell, you're either wholesaling it or you're stuck with it in the rack, and you don't want to be stuck with something that you look at it every time and be like, why do I have this? Like, if something doesn't sell from here, I'm not hurt over it. And I think in my video that I have, because this week's video, everybody, if you missed it, this week's video is going to be everything that's for sale for the Gettysburg Reptile Expo. But if some of this stuff doesn't sell, I'm not going to be hurt, especially some of the females that I've got that are going to be there at the show, and 1 or 2 of the males. If they don't sell, I'm completely fine with them coming home with me. So just saying, that's one of those deals where if you like what you're working with, you don't care if you're stuck with it, because you're going to enjoy seeing it every time you pull open that tub. All right. So that's going to be it, folks. Kat, stay here for 1 minute while I wrap this up really quick. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Greatly appreciate all the support. Greatly appreciate all the super chats as well. It's all greatly appreciated. You have no idea how awesome this is just to be where we're at right now on the channel and with YouTube in general. Next week's guest is Brian Cusco from Triple B. It will be Saturday night, though, everybody. It's not going to be a Sunday show. Saturday is going to be busy. I'm going to be setting up Friday for the Reptile Expo, vending Saturday, rushing home Saturday so that way I can get prepped and ready for the live with Brian Cusco. So that's going to be an awesome show. It's Brian's second time on the show. So make sure you check that out, because it's going to be a fun one. Brian's an awesome dude. I had a lot of fun with him the first time on. The week after that, we have Ryan from Smitty's Serpents. So that's November 20th. And then November 27th, we have King Austin coming back on for his round 2 on the channel. I'm going to stay on his butt this time, though, so hopefully he doesn't forget like the last time. But, you know, he said he'll come back on. I just got to keep reminding him. So I probably should send him a reminder here soon, just so that way he can refresh his memory and not plan anything for that day. But that's going to be it, folks. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please do so. Hit that notification bell as well, and hit the like button. All the support's greatly appreciated. And we'll catch you next time. And like I said, make sure you check out Wednesday's video. And I will see you all at the Gettysburg Reptile Expo on Saturday. Take it easy, everybody. See you later.